Okay, this game is just incredible. Um, I've been watching this match. It's quite a short match for a 25 pointer, only 2 minutes 22. And I was actually going to do a video on the first few games. Well, I did, but I missed off my arrows. But now I've got my arrows, and you aren't going to believe how this game actually ends. Slava is white, leading 14-9. Lars is red. It's a 25 pointer. And I'm going to live transcribe. I haven't seen the evaluation, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to XG it as we go, and I'm going to say what I think might have been the right play. And Falafel is commentating. Let's see what Falafel gets right and what he gets wrong. They play really, really quickly, so you just got to kind of give an opinion off the hoof, on the hoof. So let's get into it. Here we go.
So, 4-5, 3-2,
Okay. 3-2. This is all standard. 5-3, was it?
3, okay. 5 up is good. 3 is, may have to hit.
Give me a sec.
Up is good. 3 is, may have to hit. As much as I hate it.
Another 5-3. Okay, so this is the first one. This is where it gets like, are you going to put all your checkers, are you going to go balls out and just completely shatter your position with something like this after having played 8-5 from the 8 point? Or are you going to go for some semblance of structure? Now, not only is this like the craziest ending ever, but this first part of the game is really interesting because I think it highlights how we, as sometimes very good backgammon players, are a completely different beast when it comes to having multiple men back, and we just don't have a fucking clue what's going on. So immediately, I just don't really know what I would do here. I know my knee-jerk reaction is to play, if we go back, my knee-jerk reaction is to probably, the 5 has already come in to pick up this block here, but then like, why would you want to do that when there's a checker under the arm here that he's got 4s to cover the man on the 20 point? Then he will have unduplicated 5s, 3s and 1s to hit. That's not really a sensible play. So noting that that isn't very good, I might want to try something else. And something else might be playing 24-21, just conceding that he's going to do something if you don't hit him. So you might as well try and obtain an improvement rather than just safety the block. And then there's other plays, like you could play bar 26-3. But if those are the non-hitting plays, then you're going to think about hitting. And the hit obviously destroys your 8 point and any structure you have. And it's so difficult to play a game, or at least for me, without any 8 point. And then I was just thinking, does the computer get it right? But probably yes. So Slava is going to come in and hit, and Falafel wants to hit. I just think this is a really difficult play. Yeah, and I don't want to hit. I would do other stuff. So let's see. Yeah, I hate it too. Okay, so he does hit. I'm going to pause it and let's see. The computer likes it. Yeah, and it's better than everything by a wide margin. So if we can remember that sometimes it's just right or it's just not wrong to leave the 8 point completely, then we're more likely to be able to find this play. And 11-8 is second best. And then there's other plays. I won't go into it too much. But now look at this position here.
They have to do that. And 5 what?
Falafel was totally right.
It must be a deuce because a 1 is an instantaneous hit.
So Lars rolls a 5-2.
So
Obviously he's going to hit.
You don't have to lift, you know that. I would just play from the back.
Yeah, my tendency is to lift. I'm going to pause again. So my tendency is to lift. But why do you need to lift? And then Falafel says he wants to play from the back. So what are you trying to do? Sort of duplicate white 6s and 3s, maybe, that are going to hit this man. If you leave him on the 20 point, you could come out to the 18 point and then not be hit or not be pointed on the 20 point. But yeah, it's another interesting conceptual play. What do you do? What do you do with the 2? And the reason why you wouldn't pick up is because when you have the man, when you have the man here, obviously Slava's going to come in, but still, if you have the man here and he's not hit, then he can be used either you could make the 10 point, or you can make the 4 point later, stuff like that. When you don't have the men dispersed and on different points, then you have fewer numbers that can make improvements for you. So going by that logic, it seems sensible not to pick it up. So let's see what Lars goes for.
Give a bad 6, so you do this deuce. That's right.
So he goes with, and a lot of the time in this match, Lars, Falafel has second guessed Lars's play, so just have a good idea of either what the right play is and what you're going to do. And it's the right play just to come up. And picking up the block is 260 down, which is like a small error. Yeah, apologies in this video. It's going to flick back from the XG screen to the YouTube screen, but you're just going to have to put up with it. That's the best I can do at the moment. So picking up is not that bad, but coming up to the 22 on 4 play is the best. So back to the game.
Now, 4-3, that's got to be a hitter. He's going to continue. What? Oh, okay, that's a different game plan all of a sudden.
And I'm going to keep on pausing because there's just so many. So Falafel notes that we can, let's go back a few seconds. So we got 4-3 to play from this position. And Falafel says that, we can hit. I would also anchor, which Falafel then says that, he can kind of get behind and he can agree with. I mean, the reason why I wouldn't play 8-5 is because then White has like some double hits that hit on the 20 point and the 5 point. Generally we just don't want to be hit loose and therefore, or either immediately pointed on the 5 point or hit loose to be pointed on a later stage. So we kind of want to make the 5 point. I'm pretty much strongly in favor of making the 20. As I say, I haven't seen the analysis here, so I don't know. So that's what I would go for. And this is what Slava does. So let's see. And yeah, making the 20 is right, but it's not big. It's not big. The second play, which is to hit on the 5 point after coming in bar 21, is only wrong by 0.037. So that's not particularly big, but there you go. So anyway, Slava is going to anchor up.
Now, 4-3, that's got to be a hitter. He's going to continue. What? Oh, okay.
Kind of confuses Falafel for a second.
Okay,
But
I can respect that.
and then the 6-1. Yeah, I saw.
You have the defensive 5 anchor, and you just go for that. Nice idea by Slava. I like that, actually. I don't know if it's right, but at least it's sensible.
So with this 6-1, yeah, obviously
Alright.
Lars can either
Hit.
Lars can either make the bar and hit, and I think the first thing that he looks at is making the bar, and I would make the bar. I don't see why you would need to have more men back. Now you've got 4 men back. You got 4 men back. You just want to start blocking them in, blocking the shit out of them, and there's no point really getting a 5th man back when it just gives him a chance of making another anchor. And yeah, most of all, it doesn't allow you to make that 7-point improvement. So I didn't get that play. Let's see. Does Lars actually make that play and pick the checker, and hit the clock? I think he does.
You have the defensive 5 anchor, and you just go with that. Nice idea by Slava.
So he points at the bar, right?
I don't know
Okay.
if it's right, but at least it's sensible.
And of course, if you come out from the 20, you have to hit. I mean, yeah, maybe he doesn't want to get pointed on. So if he makes the bar, he can get pointed on. He can be hit loose on. But I don't think there are enough numbers to justify playing defensively and coming out to the 20. So if he doesn't come out 6-1, 1-1, 3-1, that kind of stuff will point on the 5-point, which obviously we don't want as red. So interesting.
It's right, but at least it's sensible. Alright.
So he hits the clock. Let's have a look. Moment of truth. Okay, it's right by a long, long way. Okay, so I'm way off. Why am I way off? I guess that you just can't be hit on the 5-point. Yeah, you can't let yourself be pointed on and let him make good use of the checkers on his 6-point. So
he hits. Probably the right thing to do. 2-6.
Okay, so 2-6.
You play 13-7. You may as well play it like that.
Yeah, so which one?
Like
Which one do you go for? I mean, how do you know which one with these 6s from the roof? Which one do you touch? So we got 6 to play from here, and obviously you can play 22-16 or 24-18. You're not going to play 8-2. That doesn't make sense. So I would probably go for either 13-7 or 22-16. The reason I want to come out from this 22-point is I want to stay back as far as possible with my last checker. The reason why I might not want to play 13-7 is because it strips the mid slightly and puts a little bit of extra pressure on having to come out with these checkers. And why not therefore come out with one of those checkers now when we can? So unless, playing down to the 7 has that much of an impact on our offensive position, then it would seem to be better just to come out and relieve the pressure on the back checkers. But Slava plays to the 16.
That. Yeah, you can play it like that.
Which Falafel is okay with. Let's see. Yeah, again he's right. 13-7 is right. And when the computer pluses it, it gets even worse. So yeah, you just might as well stay back. I guess, like, no need to come out. Not really much pressure on, as much pressure as I thought on coming out, and just go for the improvement in the offensive position. The checker. So the checker on the 7-point. So set 6 to play. The checker on the 7-point would be able to be used to either make the 4-point or the 5-point, maybe make the bar. with a 1.
13-7. You may as well play it like that. Yeah, you can play it like that. This game is gonna be long.
Absolutely.
It's gonna be one of those long games.
So 6-5.
And
I think this is pretty
anybody who
clear
bet, I bet you they all make a break
that you have
after
to hit
this game.
twice, which is what Lars does. So
It'll be a
maybe
long
the
game.
first one where we don't need to pause. Thank God, this is a kind of an obvious play,
So
at least
two
for
on
me.
the roofs, it's like, so what? 5-3 comes in, no board.
5-3.
Slava has nothing. Yeah, he's not. This is ridiculous. This
So
is
he's,
ridiculous.
yeah, I mean, he's just
You
looking.
can't double this. That's just ridiculous.
Although it's 0.66.
5-1. What does that do? Hit and cover? Like, does that do anything? Does that make the 1 point?
Again,
What does that do?
another tricky play.
Does that
So
do anything? Does that make the 1 point?
you can either. I was gonna make the ace, and then I saw that if you if you pick and pass, apart from the obvious stripping the 8 point, you then make it less likely for him to make the 22. If you play 6-1 and then 2-1, making the ace point, then you give him 13 numbers to make the 22, which I don't think you want. I think you prefer him to have the back anchor rather than the 5 and the 3, even though the 5 and 3 long term are less of a defense for him. You will find it very difficult to maneuver your checkers around them. So that's what my thinking was, 8-3, 8-2. Then I just don't like stripping the 8 point. I just don't like stripping points. So what else can you do? You're not going to double hit and leave 2 blots. So I guess maybe making the ace point is right. I think that's what Lars does. Let's see.
Like, how does that? Yeah. That makes the 1 point. I think I would do that.
Maybe you do prefer to stop him
that.
from.
Okay.
Okay, we don't know. We don't know. It's a difficult play. Is it going to be close? Let's see if it's close. Okay, it's not that close. So maybe for the reason I stated, you prefer the guy not to have the 3 point and you let him have the ace point if he so desires. Of course, he only has 11 numbers to make the ace now. So he's, by far not a favorite to make it. These are so tricky.
Yes. 5.
So 5-6, he doesn't roll an ace.
Like,
Again,
I
it's like,
guess.
what do you do with the
I
6?
don't even know. This is like some real complicated stuff they got into here. But this is certainly reasonable if you play 13.
Well, it's the best play, but look at this. This is now.
You're not that afraid about getting.
This is now a pass, and who would ever? I suppose because you're down in the match. I suppose because you're down in the match.
Far away from a double. I don't care what. Oh no! It's bullshit.
Okay, so let's go back, because Slava didn't play out. He played down, but it doesn't matter. Okay, so it's worse by a little bit. Of course, they're all -1, showing -1 because of the theoretical cube action that should be a pass. And then, who is thinking that this is a pass here? I mean, yeah, maybe a cube, but just because of the score. But you've got to factor in for Lars that even though he's down, he's going to get Slava to take something later on. So practically he might not want a cube. This is the position. Yeah, so practically he might not want a cube. But what have we got as red? It's hard to see apart from something like a double 5 that's going to make the ace, hit on the ace point and make the 3 point. even though I can see for sure we got like a tonload of men back, even if we make the 4 point, I mean, what is the gain? And I'm just trying to work out why. Again, I hadn't seen the analysis. Why it goes from sort of something that's here, Lars's equity after his play is 0.6, so it's pretty favourable for him. That's pretty high. And then after the 5-6, maybe the idea is that because Slava doesn't roll an ace and make the anchor, his game is untenable, and he's just under. There's too much risk. There's too much risk of being like hit loose on this ace point. Maybe that's what's going on. And then, of course, we can listen to Falafel's commentary, and I was like totally.
Double, I don't care what. Oh no, that's bullshit. That's bullshit right there.
Yeah, and it's like I'm kind of agreeing with the bullshit, and you know how bad of a theoretical take is it? The amazing thing is what actually happens in the match, and how this cube impacts on the result. So yeah, you can't make the 4 point here. I think you just have to tidy up. You have to tidy up, which is what Lars does. Plays the checker. Plays 17-13, 10-8. Yeah, I mean, it's just so interesting. And I just think Falafel is such a clued-in, practical player that, you know, the pass is like small, and this is assuming that the computer gets it right. Maybe it will get bigger on plus, but you're not losing so much if you just play on. So if you play on, you're potentially winning all the times he takes a much worse cube, and you're allowing it to get worse, and if it gets worse, then you're happy that you haven't cubed. And again, especially when you're playing a player who you've got a sizable advantage against, but I don't know, you'd have to ask Lars why he cubed that. Maybe he just wanted to do the right thing and fell into that kind of little trap that computer players, we are all computer players, I think, most of us, and so we try and do the right thing. But maybe he just thought it was a big pass, which is, he's not far wrong. So 4-2 he cleaned up, which is the right play. Not XG's play. XG's play is the one with the little XG icon, but it overrules itself. So everyone's doing some right things and some wrong things. Slava rolls a 5-2.
What exactly is he gonna roll? Like, I don't even really know these rolls that he's gonna roll.
And this is a bizarre play. I mean, I don't understand why. I don't understand this. Why you would 5-2 just come out to the 16? You definitely don't want to get hit. And now we know that the ace, this man on the 24 point, or we suspect this is a real liability. We just don't want to give like double shots like 6-5, gammonish. You know, if it ever gets turned to 8, you know, gammon on an 8 cube is just exactly the match for Lars. And you know, you just don't want. Well, in any case, you don't want to lose a 4-bagger here. You don't want to lose four points. So that doesn't make sense. I think this is quite clearly a wrong play. You know, it's not a difficult play. I don't know what would be the right play, but this looks suspicious, and let me just put in the die. As you see, it's not the right. It's completely is the right play. But let's put in the 3-2 so we can see. that actually, I mean, they're all really close. Yeah, now I look at it, I mean, like, why it's not so dangerous. You definitely want to get with the 5-2. You definitely want to. You definitely want to kind of get some checkers eyeing up the 5 points. So that it makes sense, therefore, to play 16-11 to give yourself a 6 to slot the 5 point, and then you need to redistribute your checkers. So now, having said all this crap about how it's the wrong play, now it seems to make sense to me. So it just shows you I haven't prepared this. Maybe I should have done. I'm just kind of giving a little bit of my tuppence worth and just my reaction to what was going on in the game. So on plus, on a higher level, yeah, it's actually slightly wrong, but only slightly. Anyway, so Lars rolls a 3-2, and it looks like he's gonna hit on the ace point.
He's gonna roll. This is the wrong play if he does something like this. This is just terrible. I don't understand this. Like,
Yeah,
I
no,
really want to get a hit here.
and I agree, and I thought the same thing. It's so strange. So,
what is that? Why are you panicking?
so again, so the 3-2. Now we look at the 3-2, and we've identified. We think that the gammons, a lot of the gammons come from, or maybe a lot of the wins certainly, and some gammons come from the guy not being able. He wasn't able to actually make the 24 point, and so. Well, actually, that doesn't. It doesn't really give you a reason to actually hit on the ace point, but when we go back to that move when Slava rolled the 5-6 and he couldn't make the ace, maybe that is suggesting, as I said, that the blot is vulnerable and doesn't want to be hit. And if we look, 6-1 is the right play. It wins only slightly more gammons than 13-8. But I'm just building up an argument that the whole thing hinged on... let me go back. Let me scoot back to the moment where Slava failed to where Trabi played 8-3, 3-2 with the 5-1, and he was, unbeknownst to us, in a pretty strong position. And then once Slava came in and failed to make the ace point, this is the moment he rolls a 5-6. Actually, this was the moment beyond which the game became tenable for white. I mean, this is just theoretical because this is like the best way, the way that you should be playing, and so therefore, if the ace point is so important, then maybe the key to actually winning the gammon, and the reason why this game is so bad for white is because you're going to get a bit destroyed here, even though you've got this anchor. So it's deceptive. You've got the anchor, but the what you really needed without the board were the two anchors. So I'm slowly formulating my argument. I know I'm going around the houses and not formulating it very clearly and concisely. But it looks like this is the kind of position where you need a double anchor to support your absence of everything. You got nothing here apart from the 6 point, which is a really strange position and one we're not used to seeing. So let's go back to where we were, because the fun is yet to come. So stay with this, stick with this. So Trabi just hits with the 3-2. A6.
Like, is he really afraid if he had made the bar point? No. Probably
Yeah,
not.
A6. I wasn't sure whether. I mean, I guess you do need to lock up the 18, but you could play 13 to 7.
3-2. He's gonna have to slot 4 points.
Okay, so that 3-2 is an easy
Now
play.
Slava just has a long out, drawn out game, and he'll never use the cube until the very end if he ever gets there.
Yeah, he will never use the cube. Absolutely
Now
never.
Travi,
3-2 makes the 4, obviously.
he gave away the cube, and he's just trying to like come home somehow.
So 6-5, yeah. So
now he has to like run all the way, of course. With a 6-5.
well, you could run to the 16 and play one down, but going all the way because then.
Doesn't get hit and covered.
Okay, so slightly wrong according to at least this level of analysis. Very close. Yeah, better to come in and bring it. Just maybe because you can unload a checker from the mid. Maybe it's better just to keep that checker back here on the 16 and play 13-8. But it's not a big deal. And Lars is probably, was hoping that he, at least before, was in a good position to win some points back. But even here, if he gets missed, well, actually here now he's not in such a good position. Now Slava's made the 4 points. So, if we were to go back, which I won't do, and just look at this, treat this game as a one game rollout, like. White hasn't rolled particularly well. Okay, he hit back with the ace, but now our game is not so strong. In fact, the positive equity for Lars after the 6-5 is he's only winning 0.13. This is cube full, so it's really gone south for us quickly. So although the computer liked it because of what we identified was the need for the double anchor, it's just gone wrong. And red is just like not in a good position at all. 6-1. Yeah, you could play 11 to 10 here. For some reason, I'm like wanting to play 6-5 for purity, but you don't want to get hit.
11 to 10 is better. I guess I would have played 11 to 10. It's just better, I guess.
Okay, so at least playing to this. Let's click on random then. So we can't. Yeah, 6-5 is best. But then after I thought about 6-5, I was just like, well, Falafel didn't even see it. And 5-2 and 5-4 are pretty nasty. And then I'm going to get a bit scared. I'm up in the match. I don't want to risk anything. So I went back on myself. But actually, it's the right play. And then. But I didn't like 20 to 13.
I don't know if that helps him. Maybe 11 to 10 is better. I guess I would have played 11 to 10. It's just better, I guess.
So 5-6 is going to hit.
5 and he covers the 4, of course.
Oh, 5-4. Excuse me.
6-1 is big.
That's a good roll.
6 is very big. Comes out with 2 and makes
Yeah.
the bar, or all of them go to the bar.
You don't actually have to hit. Falafel doesn't see the hit, but I suppose I would hit. It's the natural play. So the natural play
What is that?
is obviously hitting, right? The natural play clearly is just to hit and just not think about it. Like everyone would just do that. And I guess it's going to be right. But the problem is that you leave a blot on the 13. What if you just don't hit, come down with 4? Then you leave 6s. He's going to come out. I guess you don't want that either. So I suppose it's going to be right to hit. Though I'm not sure.
I would definitely make the bar. There's no doubt about that.
But this is the problem. You're going to have this.
Oh, you can do this.
You're going to have this.
Oh, that's actually reasonable.
Yeah, this is just the natural play.
At least you put him to the task.
So
I think it was a good play.
let's just pause it again. We haven't got anywhere near the exciting bit, so give it a shot. So 3-4. Yeah, I guess he has to come down. But what we're going to do, we're going to look at the double 6. So there was another play, 2014 twice, but you're going to hit on the 13-7-4 is just nonsense. You're going to hit whatever you do. Actually, this is a non-hitting play that's only 60 behind. But the best play is to... the best play is the one that Slava made, which is hitting loose. So 3-4. And we... 3-4. He's going to come down, which I think is the right play.
All right, Slava,
You don't want to
take a
play
number
6
and
to
then
2.
you'll really be in command, like double aces.
Well, double one is an amazing number.
Better, but he'll take this one.
But yeah, and here I would just hit loose. But I'm not sure. I just
Yeah,
wouldn't
hit
create a
loose,
gap.
or
I wouldn't create a
maybe
gap
hitting loose
here.
is better because he's got a bunch of guys back.
But
Yeah, he should have hit.
it's either wrong to hit loose or it's equal. And yeah, it's wrong to hit loose. Just because you don't want to get hit back. But I probably would have hit loose. And both the hit loose play is like 38 behind, so not very far. So Slava made a good
Hit loose there.
play.
That's just like he doesn't know.
It's
that, but you should have hit loose. You should have taken the chance there.
And now 4-5,
That was a bad play.
I remember that Chubby comes out, and I thought,
4 point, and he's gonna have a hard time throughout the game. Just make.
yeah. Falafel's talking about white, and that, with this 4-5, I just thought,
When you have men back, the idea is to keep the prime fluid, and you don't want to like break the prime.
yeah, exactly. You don't want to break the prime, you just want to keep the points in order. And then I wasn't sure about this 4-5, but I suppose you duplicate the numbers. So the idea is, if we go back, you don't want to get hit here. You just don't. This is disaster for you to get hit loose here. So you do anything not to. And if you come out, it's not so bad because you're duplicating the 4. So after thinking about it, I would make this the same play as Traby. So let's
To keep the prime fluid, and you don't want to like break the prime into something else.
but it's not right. Okay. Yeah, so not leaving a second block. I won't say that much more about that. And then actually look what happens. So look what happened. This is, I didn't think about this. On this number,
Oh my God! Double twos hits twice. Really?
this is one of the reasons why you don't want to come out, leaving the 2 blocks. It's a massive game changer. Yeah, massive game changer.
No, he came with both. Great.
Coming in with both is good.
Insane, of course. I mean, he's winning, and he's just like.
Yeah, he's winning.
grinded.
He wouldn't cube
Yeah,
here.
he doesn't.
6-2, obviously a bad number.
That's just a bad roll.
And I would just have gone to the ace here, I think. I don't...
That's actually one of his worst rolls. And he may have to go to the ace. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I would go to the ace. Wow, what a... So,
He may. Okay, so he just
this
go to the ace. He did that. I
this-
think that's
this
reasonable.
is a good play. It's
And
really...
I would have done that as well. 5-1 is coming out. Where's the ace? There's like no ace. Oh, that's a bad roll. Gee.
Yeah, you
Bad
just
roll.
have
But
to
he
come
goes
out,
all
I
the way.
think.
If he goes all the way, he gives a 6, and he's not duplicating any numbers.
Right.
So wow, that's a really bad roll. You can't duplicate anything, and he can't break the board. You cannot break the board. Yeah, he wants to duplicate 3s, but you can't leave more blots.
Yeah, that was the problem with the 5-4 play, leaving both blots and getting punished for it.
Boy, does this roll like? Oh yeah, maybe. I don't know.
I spoke too soon.
This is so bad. You gotta do that. I agree.
So the 5-1 is a
What did he
mistake,
do?
but
He
let me
rolled-
key in
I
the...
can't see. Oh yeah.
Was it a 4-2?
Okay, hits. Obviously, it's tremendous. And then 4-6, right back.
So we got the 4-2 and then we know the 4-6. So if we go back to the 5-1, let's key in the 4-6. And just duplicating the... Let's go back. Let's put it on the board. Because... 5-1 to play from here. And the right play is just to dupe. Well, you're not duping. You're giving a 2. You're unstacking the mid to some extent. But you're leaving these checkers vulnerable again to ones. I guess the ones are duplicated because one's hit here and one's hit here. But what you might be doing here by not coming out is giving yourself a chance to roll a 2 and make the 21-point anchor. And then having looked at it now, I see that the problem with coming out is that he hits with a tempo here. Like, these are his problem checkers. He's not going to be able to... He doesn't have many good numbers here that don't leave shots. And when you come out, you give him a chance to... Instead of having bad numbers, you make all his 6s good rather than bad. Plus his 4-2 and 5-1. And as we see, he ended up rolling one of those numbers, which would have been bad. So a big swing on that. That's definitely a tricky play, but I'm sure that one that a lot of people would find they would be able to make the 13-7 play. So let's hope the arrows are not gonna screw me over here and just hang forever. Okay, that's good.
Bad roll.
Yeah, so he comes out with a 5-1. Then we got the 4-2. Let's wait for it.
You cannot break the board. Yeah, he wants to duplicate 3s, but you can't leave more blots. You know, you have to do this. Oh, he hates this. He hates this. Boy, does this roll.
And, you know, just playing 13-7 is so neat. It's so compact. If you look at it like from a pattern. Okay, and yeah, it's just giving him too many good numbers where they were previously bad. And then he gets...
What did he do?
Slava gets one of those good numbers.
Oh, yeah. 4-2. Okay, hits. Obviously, it's tremendous.
4-6 is going to hit
back.
back.
4-6, right back. 4-6. What a comeback.
We got so far to go. It hasn't even started, believe me. Believe me. This is not This is not the interesting part. This is just this is the boring part. I mean, and it is boring. So 5-1.
It hits inside, yes. Obviously, not coming in here would be really terrible.
Okay, so I gotta key this in. Slava comes in with a 5-1. Hits. Must be right. No? Finally we get something that's easy. And
the thing is now... Oh, wait a minute. No way.
And then this has got to be the sickest cube. I mean, if this is a cube, I'm giving up. This is just, when you're leading 14-9, this has got to be I haven't checked this out. This has got to be one of the biggest blunders ever. I mean, and now as I'm saying that, because I don't want to be wrong, it's like, oh, but he could roll a 6-3. He could just cover. What if he covers? But surely when you're leading 14-9, giving away a 4 cube when the guy is an exact 16 points away, you know, if the guy reships it to 8 and gammons you, I mean, this has got to be... Are you sure you want to double? And Travi takes his time. It's like, maybe he could even find a reason to pass this just because he doesn't want to...
I think this is one of those situations where you can gamble.
But, you know, even if you lose 8, you don't want to go 16-9 down here. I mean, it's just too much.
Or something, and then Travi just comes in. Now, this can't be a pass. We know that.
Yeah, everyone knows.
Know that. I mean...
But can he have a reason to
pass? You can
pass?
bluff somebody into passing this cube. It looks scary. But at the score, this is nonsense.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, immediately, this is one of the first things that I would recognize. This is just a bluff. And Slava just doesn't understand what he's doing here.
I mean...
Basically, like, you just take the cube, and you can almost, like, just re-whip
it. This is all true, but we end up seeing it's actually not such a big mistake.
He still has a ways to go. Like, even if he covers the 2, Travi can just come in. And then whenever he comes in, like, Slava is threatened.
Just you wait for this. Wait.
But that's all. But the thing is, he can also turn it to 8, like at his leisure, whenever the position becomes equal or anything
Absolutely. I mean,
like that.
I
He
would,
must see that,
I would
and
be,
I know he does.
I would be
He's too-
drooling. I mean, I'm checking. I'll do
player,
exactly the
and
same as
overall, his
as
value
Lars
is
here.
now
Sorry, let
he's
me pause.
very-
I'm doing exactly the same as Lars. I'm pausing just to check that I'm not going crazy, and then I'm just drooling, like waiting for, as Falafel said, him to roll a 4-1 and me to just come in on even on the ace point.
very good.
Who that's not so bad.
I mean, Travi is like a real, what I would say, like one of the real backgammon
Yeah.
old timers that play.
Oh, I don't know.
a
Is he an
lot,
old timer?
And he's a real professional. And this is like the definition of being a professional, facing a 4 cube.
Yeah,
player.
I think
Obviously,
I
you're
totally
stuck,
agree.
But the idea of it all is that you understand what you're up against, and of course he takes.
Okay, so he takes. Let's. And what is Slava going to pull out the bag?
This is terrible what Slava did here. But he can gain like 5-3. Okay, he covers. And
But like what happens if he actually covers? It's not that good. So he had like 5s and 3s to cover. Obviously 3 is better. Yeah, this is. I wasn't sure about this. So Falafel really wants him to come out.
No, you can't do that. You can't do.
I didn't get this, but he's so vocal about it. He's probably. No, he's not. Okay, so the cube is not. Like, it's not ridiculous. It's actually, even passing it is like only. Let me move my arrows. Oh no, I can't. Forget about that. Passing it would only be like a 0.2 blunder. I make 0.2 blunders every day. So like, Slava is like kind of got good. It's kind of a good cube. In a way, he's like 40% gammons. So 8 points is going to take him to 22. So there's no overshoot. He wins 41% gammons. And then let's go to the 5-3. I didn't understand why you would come out and leave so many shots. And so he doesn't.
You duplicate the ace, but the thing is, like when he fans, like how are you going to hit the second guy? You have to hit an ace.
Okay, let me just. I'm pausing that, and then the fan. A fan is like obviously enormous, but now we're starting to see. Oh, hold on.
It's not really.
Travi's game wasn't so hot anyway, and then like,
yeah,
he rolls like a ridiculous number.
So an ace is really huge.
Rolls a ridiculous number, 3-3, and he has to come in. I think could play 5-2. But the 3-3 isn't even a joker, and now, well, it's not even a pass here. What's going on? Oh, is this 8 on the cube? Yeah, on the 4 cube. Okay.
If he just rolls an ace, it's like big. And no ace, and now Slava has some crackers. What, double 4s is still good. 4-3, 4. Think about the 3. Okay, he didn't think about the 3.
Okay, yeah, fine.
2 nothing, and a 3 here would be lights out. Maybe 3 and a 1. It's gonna be lights out. Yeah.
I mean, look at this. Like, you're thinking, Travis thinking, like, how the fuck did he get into this position? But at a normal score, or for money, you would be passing this initial cube. Going and just click back on the panel so you can see you'd be passing a 70% with 41, but it's only a score thing that makes it viable to actually take, and then question again. Maybe Travi could have passed this. Who knows? Just to decrease the volatility. Another fan,
shows you,
and it's looking like 8 points, and it's not 8 points from nowhere.
You come in and like. You give him the double aces. There's nothing you can do. You give him the double aces. You play a 2 there and a 4.
Yeah.
I think so.
Okay.
I think so. Aces! Oh my God! 1, 2.
Yeah, this is it starts to get crazy. This is where aces, like, surely you have to hit twice. So let's listen to what Falafel has to say, because
1, 2.
we just want to do that.
Oh my God! And he has to make the bar. I mean, I don't know. I don't think he can afford to hit twice. I'm not sure about this. I mean, I know what the
Yeah,
third ace
and
is.
then like I just trust Falafel's instinct,
my
but
God,
like
that's
if
so
you're down
scary.
in the match and you're holding
I
a
mean, the
4
match would have
cube,
been over, and now
if you're down in the match holding a 4 cube, like 2 to play, then you just surely you want to. If you hit twice and you get missed, then you can recube possibly. You're 14-9 down. His gammons are killed. Slava's gammons will be killed, you know. Whereas if you just make the bar, I mean, obviously the idea is you make the bar, you don't want to get hit. But then how do you actually win the match? So I'm surprised that, to me, it's like an easy play just to
oh my God,
hit twice,
that's so
but the
sick.
crazy roll.
I mean, the match would have been over, and now, yeah, he does that, and it's like.
And
safe,
Lars does it
I
as
don't
well.
think he can hit on a 5-point. I think he. I'm not sure about this. Maybe you do. I don't know. The good part is if you're on a 5 and he doesn't come in goodly, like you could turn into 8. Like it's like who cares, you know? I like this move. I like this move.
Okay,
This
so
is
we
what I
change our
do.
mind. We change our mind. We change our mind. Look at this. Like, as red, before the roll, we're happy. Like, look at this. If he can just miss, just come in with like a 3-6, then maybe, I mean, we've got something. We're probably not recubing if he comes in with 1, but we're like,
He's gonna turn into 8. Watch this. Oh, no, not now. Not when he came in with both. If he came in with like a random 3.
Yeah, I'm not sure. If he came in with a random 3, would it be in recube? So the double 1, yeah, I mean, like, hitting is enormous. Like, I didn't understand why Falafel didn't want to hit.
Like, that cube was really going to 8, and Slava avoided it. 5-4s.
And all these rolls are, like, crucial. I don't know if it's not a terrible roll. Obviously, he's going to make the 3.
That is, you know, and that's the nice part about this, too. If Slava fans, you know, he's going to cube him to 8. He can cube him to 8. He's got an 8 to make the 5 points.
Yeah, I
He
think
can just cube to 8. Of course you do that.
if you
so.
fan after the 5-4, so...
Now, if you fans, that cube is going to 8. I'm pretty confident about that.
Right, so, you know, 6-2 after the fan, 6-2, 5-3, enormous. Double 4, double 2, double 4 plays okay. You might even switch. I don't know. And so the only number that it's duplicated is the 6-2, but you could just, if you come out, let's say, I don't know, let's say you roll a 6-3, you come out, and then he fans again. I guess it's got to still be a take. And that's just a bad sequence. But let's say he fans and you roll the 6-2 and he fans. Yeah, I mean, that's got to be a take as well. So why would we be... Maybe it still would be a double. Just because you might lose your market on something like double 6. So often you can have... Just because... there are no market losers. When the score is so uneven, you still might have a cube under some circumstances. Well, possibly maybe because you have like one market loser. So like Traby's pretty happy here. If he can fan.
It's going to 8. And we fanned, and now, okay.
I mean, I don't think this is can be a recube.
You know, and you know the way Slava plays. You gotta give him to 8. You got to. 6-1. Jeez. I hate him.
Oh.
There's hardly one of his worst rolls. Nothing, and a 3 here would.
So bear with me. So we had the 6-1. We're back on track. Yeah, and this is one that is really difficult. Like, do you come out? You've got some time. I guess theoretically, I mean, you want to come out, but if you don't want to get gammoned, you don't want to come out. Let's press play.
I would just cube. I don't know if it's right, but I would just double that. That's the opportunity that Traby was looking for.
We can see it is a
But it could have
recube.
been too early. I mean, I don't, like, of course, Yeah, and what makes it easy is that he doesn't win.
And then the picking up. Do you pick up? I don't think you want to pick
Oh,
up.
he gets efficient. He gets to 25 if you win 16. He gets exactly to 25.
So he doesn't pick up.
Okay.
You want to cover surely.
All five.
Okay, so if this is wrong, then and then another fan, he fans with double three. But if this 6-1 is wrong, then surely coming out was right. I mean, you need to come out at some. Okay, no, coming out is huge blunder because there's just so many returns. What am I talking about? But the right play is just to play 6-5. So, okay, yeah, I would be lost on this play. I got this totally. I would want to come out, but of course, this is after the 6-1. Let's put it back. You've got some time, but you've also got, like, if you come out, you've got all these men hitting loose on you. So you don't want that, I guess. But the right play is to play down to the bar and play 6-5. Okay, the arrow is just hanging now. Yeah, so okay. Give me a sec, gotta get my arrows back. So Charlie makes a reasonable play.
I hate not cubing him there, at that score. I mean, I would just cube. I don't know if it's right, but I would just double that. That's the opportunity that Chubby was looking for.
It's a .05 double.
I don't,
just shows you.
Of course. Yeah, and what makes it easy is that he doesn't win gammons or like many gammons. He could win 8, 16. Oh, he gets efficient. He gets to 25 if you win 16. He gets exactly to 25.
Okay, so the 6-1 is small mistake. And then we know a fan. This has got to be a cube.
That's it, finally.
This has got to be a recube because...
Finally, he has a direct cover, which is an ace. And he has 6s out, and 5s and 4s are going to aim into 1 point. Finally, he has the A cube. Finally. Finally, he reached a position where he can, no way. That's a joke. No way, I just can't see that. Wow.
Again, it's going to be a recube, but like even if you roll like a 6-2 here and the guy fans, is it a pass? And I guess it's going to be a pass, so that's why. If he comes in with an ace, it's also not pleasant for him because you've got some timing. So, yeah.
Wow, what a joke. Really?
Yeah,
seriously, dude, come on.
So anyway, he rolls a double
I
five.
just really hate seeing that because that's his chance right
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
4 cube then. It's like, dude, why did you take it? Okay, so the cube would be on 8. I'd be playing on 8, and I'd lose 16, and I'd go out like a man. I lost.
Yeah, I mean, there's no reason. I think in this game, like, you're going to be fucked if you don't recube, even against like a weaker opponent. Now the cube is at 4. You've taken this this redouble. You've got to recube here, and yeah, I mean, it's like it's going to be a pass, maybe after a 6-2 and a 1. Like from the fact that we can see that it's not even it's a bigger cube than it is a take. We only got 57%. And yeah, Slava, he might take a recube when the points made, but he might just pass. He might just like pass it in a flash. You know, it seems like he kind of knows what he's doing. He's kind of clued into it. He might just pass, in which case, as Trabi, you've just lost a chance of winning the match right there. So it seems like you do have to recube.
You know, like he's just like gonna lose 8 maybe, or maybe 4. I don't know. But at least I know I had a real shot of winning the match. I mean 8 and then win 16. You know, like 8-6. Okay.
So a little bit of luck for
Okay,
Trabi.
that's a fighting roll. Slava 3-2, 3 safe and 2 safe, whatever. 3-1 is obviously what you want. That's the wrong deuce, typically. You don't want to place a checker there. You want to place it to another square. 5-1. What can you do with the 5-1? I mean, he just goes there and maybe 8-7.
You can't do much. I mean, wouldn't you just play? You wouldn't just play 3-2.
He slots the 5. The ace is clear, actually. Even though you're in a contact situation, yes.
Yeah,
Yes,
okay.
you slot the 5. You have to make the 5 in order to win it.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, you got to slot the 5. This is the play after the 5-1, so he can make the 5 point with a 3.
Game. 4-5, that's a miss, but it goes to a good square. And 8er is very good. And now he has to, like...
Obviously, he can't come off.
Yeah.
Can't come out.
Yeah, this is bad.
I think. I mean, yeah. Why would you?
Threes comes in, and you can see now that checker on the deuce is not so good.
So yeah, you know, just reiterating, like, if Slava wins a single on a 4 cube, he's going 18-9 up. I mean, to be 18-9 down as opposed to 22-9 down, yeah, there's a difference. There's psychologically a difference, but is it really worth not having the go at winning the match?
You don't save a 6 here. You don't save a 6 because the 6 you're going to run. So that's just like all in. 5 and a 4 to the deuce, of course.
Okay, so Slava's
You roll
just
6, you're
about
you should have been
saying
okay.
safe.
There's a way to save the G also. 6-5, you come out. So, yeah. You come out. You know, that's a good roll.
Yeah.
You don't need, see, he doesn't even, like, you don't want to re-roll here. You can crack the board. I mean, unless you roll like a 3-1 or a 3-2. But that, other than that, 6-5 is actually a good roll in my book.
Yeah, you got to come out.
I mean, now you're not supposed to get gammon for starters.
You got to come out.
And, you know, you don't
You can still get shots. You can still get shots.
You can get shots. You can still leave shots here. Like 6-5, you know? 6 and 5, 2 men off for sure. And now a hit could actually win. A 4 is needed here.
I think the fun start is just
4.
about starting.
4.
4-1. So I'm going to play 3-2. I'm not going to pick up. I mean,
all he can do is play 3-2.
you really want to make the 5 point. You just slotted it. Like, why would you pick it up?
And whatever. It's 3-2. What? No. You don't cover 6s. You have to make the 5 point. You don't do. No way. How is that? Oh my God! What did he do?
And then look at this, double aces.
Now we can switch.
We'll go back to the
Or you can
4-1.
make the ace.
Yeah, switching is nice, but I think
like
you,
this.
yeah.
I kind of like this, but.
So yeah, like the 4-1. Yeah, you just play 3-2, just keeping the man on the 5, trying to win the game, and the double aces was just huge. It is a joker.
God, what a shot!
Trabi
He
fanned.
breaks the board though if he doesn't roll a 6 or a 4. 5-1 he would hit. 2-1. I think that's a hit.
Yeah, I think so
He
too.
could play safe, but I would hit. It's a 4-point board, and it's I win a gammon. You know, I would definitely hit.
If you don't hit,
This
then
is
you
bullshit.
you lose quite a lot. The guy just comes
You
in.
hit there. You put 2 men on the bar. You take a chance there.
Fans
And
again.
now he has bad rolls also still.
We will.
Wow, he's like
and then
transposed or something.
It gets lucky with the
Very good
double
roll.
1.
Double aces, very good.
Okay, let's go back. Yeah, I mean the 2-1. I would just play 6-5, 6-4. Okay. Relax. There we go. No, we didn't want that. We don't want that. Okay. Yeah, big blunder. I mean, just it's actually a good roll being able to hit with the 2-1. Let's go back. You know, being able to hit this guy. Oops. And then play 6-4. You got 2 checkers in the air. You're giving yourself a chance to pick up all these men. Massive tempo. I mean, it's just a good roll. And why you would not do that? So I think that's a like. Slava's done some really good stuff here, but to do that, he really scuppers his chances of winning a gammon and also just winning the game.
No, I would definitely hit. This is bullshit. I don't believe this. No. You hit there. You put 2 men on the bar. You take a chance there. I mean, what do you? I mean, now he has bad rolls.
And then we get the double one. Crazy.
Oh, wow, he's like transposed or something. Very good roll. Double aces. Very good. Very good. Fours. Oh. Wow.
Another fan. I mean, that's just sick.
And 4.
4-1 is fucking fantastic. Even the 1 is good.
He's in really bad shape. Actually, the hit got
manages to come in, but look, we've got 3. He's got 3s and 8s.
3, of course. 3.
What was it?
Slava's power again comes through.
3-2. Okay.
He's a double 5s, but he had no choice anyways. And 3 up is never good.
Another fan.
3 hits and a 9 is gonna leave a direct shot. A 9 leaves a direct shot, but it's not that bad. But it leaves a direct shot. It ensures a 6. 6 here is big. A 6 and nothing. Oh, you can get tripled for the match.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my God.
This is just
5-2,
crazy.
That's a man. No, not like that. Yeah, that's how you want to do it. That's good. I mean, you do take that chance. You play for the triple. You definitely play for the triple here, and you ought to take a chance. Yes.
Okay, give me a chance. So Chubby doesn't roll a 5-2. He fans. Slava rolls a 5-2. Obviously, he's going to play 6-4 and off. Oh, it's not right. Interesting. Okay, it's
Very
small.
good, Slava. Your power is shown again. Now, double 3s.
Another fan.
Double 4s and all that is always a good roll. 4-3, that's safety, and you're even. You've got 10 men left. Not coming in as a.
Now, even now, there aren't so many backgammons. We'll check that.
Couple here, and he's like really seriously in trouble. 5-4 leaves a shot. Oh wow! So a 3 is really nice. 3. No, he fans.
Fans
oh
with
my
a
God,
2-1.
End the match. It could end the match if he rolls big. Oh, and deuces, but he's odd. But still, he's odd. And if he rolls an ace, it's really bad here. Oh, aces! Oh my God!
Crazy.
Oh no!
The exact aces. This is like sort of a sick beauty in this position. And now, once you roll the aces, it's like, how do you actually save this backgammon? Because the guy's taking 2 off. You come in with 2. You bring 2 in. Then you're going to need a double. He takes 2 off. You come in. Boop. He takes 2 off. You get 2 crossovers, and he wins. It's like, what are you, 70%? I don't know. I'm not good enough to know, but it's like, who to roll double 1 in a World Championship final here is just, I mean, it just shows you that it is about luck. You know, it's about, like, in the short term, what you roll there and then on the day.
No.
And
5-1. Oh my God.
so no double.
He doesn't. He wants to roll an ace. An ace here.
Yep.
An ace. Okay. It's better than coming in. Maybe. 5-2 and he needs an ace. An ace or double 4s.
Can you imagine? Hold on. Whoa. Can you imagine the pressure needing an ace? If you don't roll, you've lost the, like whatever it is, depending on what they hedged and agreed on the split. But like, if the pressure of rolling an ace, who rolls an ace in this position? It's so difficult.
Please. Ace!
And he rolls
Aces.
it. Like,
Oh
you're
my
just
God.
delighted to roll an ace here.
What
Like,
a sick
You must be
bro.
thinking I'm saving the backgammon here. I mean, yeah, you
Oh
got the
my
5-point
God.
open.
Yeah, he slots that. That's, oh my God.
Yeah, you've got to unstack. You've got to make the ace. You've
But
got
it
all these
just
checkers
makes it
out
a
of
bit
play.
harder on me, you know. I just gotta keep on plugging away now. But it makes it a lot more exciting for all of us that we can continue.
Yeah, you're gonna
Because
save the
we're gonna
backgammon.
shake on it
Like,
like a net
imagine
number.
how delighted you are. Okay, so now after the 1-4, you're like, ah, shit, he's on the
that's
5-point.
true. I know.
He's got a direct route to victory with double fives and double
He doesn't
six.
raise to get backgammon unless he rolls like double fives or better.
So here you can't block
Double five,
anything
but I still have to
really.
give to those rolls. There's nothing
You
can
can block
do.
double 5, and
I mean,
maybe
here
you
there's
would.
nothing you can do.
Maybe you would. I don't know.
I mean, wow, that's really amazing.
So you were 64% to be backgammoned.
So, how would you? Yeah,
After
you
the
have to do
5-2.
something like that. There's not much you could do really.
So
And
wait.
you know, double fours.
What did he do? Ah, he just played bar 17. Okay. Okay, so
Double
Yeah.
fives or sixes. 5-1, okay, he gets a double shot.
and this is pretty sick. I mean, I've seen this. This is pretty sick to miss here.
Miss.
But
Just a miss.
now-
Just a poor roll.
Now I would definitely block
Poor
6s
roll.
and 3s. I would make
Alright,
the 17.
So I think I just go from the checker on 16 or 17. Oh, I play. I go to the ace. I go to the ace with the 3, and I cover up. I mean, I cover up.
Yeah,
I mean, I think I cover up.
make the
I
17.
don't know. Like I think I play to the 12, and I think I play 4-1 with the 3. I don't want to move those guys. Okay, he blocks double 6s. Okay, double 6s and double 3s. But he's only gonna get a double. Okay, he blocks double.
Okay, yeah, I would. Why not? You know, it's not much loss in coverage. Not the right
Double
play.
6s at least, you know. Only double 6. He blocks that. Double 5s. Oh,
And that's it.
over. Oh my God! And it ends.
Hits on the 4-point as well.
Oh my God!
That's crazy. I mean, like, so hard for Trabi. So hard.
Matches of all time,
Disgusting.
Just like that.
Yeah.
You know, I guess that was his power. Thanks, everybody. It
Great
was a pleasure.
commentary. Thank you for. I mean, that's amazing. And I
Thanks,
really.
everybody at home.
So I'm
Hope
gonna.
you all enjoyed it.
We did. I'm gonna stop the video and I'm just gonna look at the panel. So the 5-3. Yeah, Falafel was right. You just no point in blocking 6s and 3s. What else can we have a look at? I mean, you haven't got the board in front of you, so the panel's not that interesting. But yeah, it was just the cube was a 1200. The initial cube, if you can slightly remember the position with 4 men back, was a pretty big pass, but maybe practically not a good cube. And then what seemed like a ridiculous recube by Slava was like basically what won him the match. And he won the match on a 4 cube, and no one was thinking that. Got him to 26 points. What a crazy game. So I hope you guys got something out of that, enjoyed that. Give me a like or whatever, all that crap that you have to say. And see you next time. Bye.